007 Racing is malware disguised as a James Bond game, released by EA back in the day when they used to actually make games. The James Bond games you might remember, you might not. Nightfire, Agent Under Fire, and Everything or Nothing. And the latter of those games is considered one of the best James Bond games ever made. So one night they decided to get drunk and make a game based on the vehicles used in James Bond movies. Got nothing to do with racing, don't be fooled by the title. Probably capitalizing on the popularity of the vehicular-based combat games like Twisted Metal. First thing you notice when you boot up your PlayStation 1 is the PlayStation logo, and you realize you've made a mistake and you should have bought a Nintendo 64 instead. But also you notice that James Bond does look like James Bond. The cutscenes aren't too bad, but he does not sound like James Bond. He doesn't sound like any James Bond actor.
Love a drive in the country, don't you?
That's actually a line from For Your Eyes Only, a Roger Moore James Bond movie. Ah, Roger Moore. Gave it a go. You'll notice familiar faces such as M, Q, Valentin Suskovsky, and Jack Wade.
Jack Wade.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
Looks just like him. Graphics look as good as a PlayStation game can look. Some people might remember these kind of graphics and go, you know what, they have some sort of charm to them. I remember, you know, blah, 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 blah. What I'm saying is basically the characters in the game don't look like human beings. They look like furniture. Anyway, that's enough dogging on the PlayStation 1 graphics. It's easy, fun. The real bullshit comes from the gameplay. And just in case you're not a gamer, that's not a good thing. You want good gameplay. You're a car. Well, you control a car at least in this game. Each level is a mission with different objectives, like pick up the rockets and go to the helicopter and blow up helicopter. Pick up the girl, escape with girl. Some levels are pretty quick and easy, but some levels are on another level of pain. There's also no checkpoints, which I love in my games. Especially when the game is bullshit. Another annoyance is when you pick up a new weapon, it switches to that weapon automatically. So for example, if you have to rescue a girl in the distance and you're mowing down enemies with your machine gun accurately, you accidentally run over some rockets, it switches automatically to those rockets, and you're still firing, you accidentally blow up a girl. And James Bond doesn't usually blow up his girls on mission, he waits until he gets back to the hotel. It can be so easy to die and so easy to kill yourself in this game, and I can understand why you'd want to. So for example, you got rockets and you're firing at cars. If you're not like a million miles away, you're gonna get damaged by your own rockets. So what's the point? There's no point. Stop playing this game. I wasted so much of my life fighting these forklifts. I'm an old man now. I loved Shenmue. Shenmue had forklift racing, and 007 Racing has no racing, but it has forklift fighting. Automated forklifts that you fight.
Yay!
So after the forklift fight, you are tasked to go into this warehouse with your EMP pulse and destroy some computers. Even though you've got a machine gun, rockets, stingers, you have to use the EMP pulse, which apparently comes out of the door handle of your car. I don't understand. But because the controls are so fine-tuned, you have to be so precisely next to the computer you want to destroy. And one movement in the accelerator, it just whoa, whoa. It's like when I was learning how to drive. Except you don't have my dad next to you, yelling at you. So you have to destroy the computers, meanwhile you're fighting off guards and suicidal thoughts, and then you have to escape all within the time limit. James Bond. Oh, one time I had all the objectives ticked off, but I still failed the mission for some reason. I need that. So it's a scam. But are there any redeeming features? Music's alright. For example, there's this track, which you can tell is just ripped straight off GoldenEye.
Trust me.
Wonderful.
I mean, sometimes it plays the James Bond theme. Then again, sometimes my subscribers get my videos in their sub feed. There is a story in here somewhere, I think. The game starts off the barrel scene, like all James Bond movies
Well,
do.
actually, Dr. No and Casino Royale didn't start with the gun
Shut
barrel
up,
scene.
nerd. You probably love this game, don't you?
No, I
thought
don't.
so. So basically you play through some more clunky ass level horse shit, a level after level of Satan's hell. You get to the final boss, which is basically you're chasing a plane for some reason. The final boss is in there. You do something in the plane and eventually it blows up and you drive off a cliff. Poetic. To be honest, there's not much more to say about this game. It's a shitty game. It's a piece of shit. It's a CD. It contains depression. So if you're a James Bond fanboy or a James Bond fangirl like I am, but I'm a boy, big boy, then you should give it a go. What's stopping you? But if you like good games, don't play it. Don't touch it, stay away. It gets a 4 out of 10 from me. Why? Well, because it's a piece of shit. And because it's my channel. Subscribe. Bond. Games Bond. Game.
Wonderful.